So the video, it's going viral. So Gwyneth Paltrow, yes, that Gwyneth Paltrow, is staring calmly into the camera doing her whole wellness deadpan thing, and she's playing the very temporary spokesperson for a company called Astronomer, data company. And she's here to tell you, by the way, that everything is fine. And maybe it is, but maybe, just maybe, it's not. So, in case you missed it, and honestly, good for you if you did, there was a moment at a Coldplay concert a couple of weeks ago where the CEO of Astronomer, a data company, and the company's head of HR got caught on the kiss cam. It did not go particularly well for either of them. I mean, they neither looked particularly into it, and the internet turned it into a meme within hours. I mean, it had everything: cringe, awkwardness, intrigue, a dash of corporate scandal, and of course, it was perfectly formatted for vertical video. So most companies in this situation would quietly issue a statement or, say nothing and wait for the news to blow over. But Astronomer, they decided to lean in and they leaned in hard. They hired Ryan Reynolds' agency, Maximum Effort, who then hired Gwyneth Paltrow, who, by the way, is Chris Martin's ex-wife of Coldplay, and had her deliver this tongue-in-cheek video, kind of half addressing the scandal by pretending to ignore it entirely. I mean, the creative message here was basically, hey, we're willfully ignoring the noise and we're just going to carry on with our business as usual. And the internet predictably lost its collective mind. People called it genius, iconic marketing, best PR and comms move ever. And look, it is clever. It's quick. It's got just enough self-awareness to ride the wave without taking on too much water. It was good. But here's the thing: clever, good, it's not always the same as wise or strategic. And I don't actually think this was a great move, not for the brand, not for the audience that matters, and not for the long-term story that they're trying to tell. More importantly, however, it actually got me thinking about a much bigger pattern that I've been seeing. It's this idea, especially in B2B marketing and especially in content and brand work, that we've started to collapse two very different things: creating something and deciding to release it. And somewhere along the way, we've just started to believe that they're the same thing. We even have a name for it. We call it just ship it. Yeah, you've heard this phrase, just ship it. It's become kind of a mantra in creative and tech circles. And at one point, it really was helpful. It was about pushing back against perfectionism, getting out of your own way, building momentum. I mean, we've all had ideas that sat in draft form for too long and ultimately lost their spark or their timeliness. So, yeah, sometimes the answer really is finish the thing, get it out there before you're comfortable with it being out there. Just ship it. But here's the problem: that idea has been flattened and now turned into a rule. Just ship it has gone from being a healthy mindset to a kind of creative default. If something is clever or timely or half usable, well, it must be worth publishing, right? And suddenly everything gets shipped, whether it's ready or not, or whether it's timely or not, or whether it's even right or not. And that's where we've started to lose the idea. I mean, we even gave it a formal name 20 years ago. We called it minimum viable product, which, when that name was introduced in the early 2000s, was supposed to be a smart way to test our assumptions. Build something lean, get feedback, learn fast, build it better. And that was great. But now, MVP, minimum viable content, or minimum viable product, well, it's become this catch-all excuse. We use it now to greenlight duct tape demos, almost launch-ready tools, the content campaigns that are basically a Canva template, a spicy headline, and hope. So if we come back to the Astronomer example for a minute, which might just be us reaching peak just ship it, was the video clever? Absolutely. Was it well executed? 100%. Was it strategy? I'm not so sure. Some people have pushed back on this thinking and they say, look, it got them attention. And they say in today's market, attention is everything. And I get that. I really do, especially for a relatively obscure B2B brand like Astronomer. It probably felt like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be part of the conversation. But I ask, attention from whom and for what? We all know this video isn't going to make or break any existing customers to stay or go, nor is it likely to close a bunch of new deals with CIOs and tech leads in the short term. And I don't think it was designed to do any of that. I mean, the message isn't, hey, we're back in business and remember, we have all these great tools. It's more like, please stop talking about that other thing so that we can get back to business and talk about something else. I mean, we're the adults in the room here. And honestly, the adults in the room, I think it's kind of the opposite. I mean, the whole tone of Gwyneth Paltrow's video kind of reminded me of something from my own childhood. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to mess with my little sister by hovering my finger just near her forehead, not touching her, just close enough to drive her absolutely nuts. And she'd scream and my parents would yell, "Stop hitting your sister." And I'd go, "I'm not touching, not touching, not touching." That's what this video feels like, right? A very expensive version of not touching. It's not a brand response, it's a brand avoidance. And that's what I find frustrating here about all of the response to this, because instead of showing discernment, what Astronomer did was just went with the thing that was fast and clever no matter what. It was shippable. They just shipped it. Now, this isn't really just ship it what it's really about. I mean, Seth Godin, the brilliant Seth Godin, in his book, The Practice, he talks about just ship it in a different way, about building the muscle of creating and sharing regularly, but not because everything you make is brilliant per se. It's about habit, momentum, letting the work evolve through action. It's a brilliant thought, and I still agree with Seth to this day. Godin is channeling here something older as well. He's talking about the idea that we become what we repeatedly do, that excellence is a habit that we build. But when you combine the creative act of creating something with the separate creative act of actually shipping it, something gets lost. Making can become performance. The practice simply becomes pipeline. You start optimizing only for output instead of for long-term value. The fast food sugar high of attention outweighs the nutrition that we might want to put into our content. That's where I break from the just ship it mindset. Because I think creating something is already a complete act. It's finished the moment you make it. Publishing it, that's something else. That's exposure. That's where the stakes change, where the audience matters, where context matters. They're not the same thing. They are overlapping for sure, but they're not the same. Creating something is internal, it's intuitive, and sometimes it's messy and personal and just for you. It's the angry letter that you never send. Publishing is external, it's public, it carries consequences. And when we blur the two too much, we end up making decisions that feel reactive instead of reflective. And that's how we get the Astronomer video. Sometimes the most creative thing you can do is wait. That takes discipline. It takes self-awareness, and it takes a team that's aligned not just on what you want to say, but when and how you want to say it. So yeah, make the thing, put your heart into it. Just don't confuse finishing it with publishing it. You want a little more? I've written a fuller piece, and here I go into a bit more detail, and me and my team can help you think through your content strategy or when to ship it or when you shouldn't. Let me know. We'd love to help you slow down and make better choices about your content and marketing. And remember, if it's the right time and the piece really says what you needed to say, go for it. Just ship it. But if the answer is maybe, or not quite, or not yet, then good. You've taken a beat. That's wisdom, that's restraint, and that's still a creative act. Because just like we are what we repeatedly do, we are also what we repeatedly decide not to do as well. Remember, it's your story. Maybe wait a beat to decide what's worth it, then tell it well. I'll see you next week.